Stadium in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another tote for ETN. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Great job. Go, go. Take right open.
Now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, got that dagger play, got that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Cousins. That's caught downfield by Addison. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5.
Hey, we're good. Hey, receiver.
Now Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we've got to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now Lawrence changing the play.
30 left. 11. Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jefferson moving in motion left. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Second down, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Running on first down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing is Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Play action now. Cousins. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Zone touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
First down, here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins now. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Cousins again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10. Cousins. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken at the goal line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Listen to me. What's up?
They'll set up to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now they're in the hurry-up.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Yellow. What's that?
To throw, Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11,
Here's Lawrence to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cousins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. How about this? Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, here's Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hey, bring up 48.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. That is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Second and 9. Now Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
11. 11.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Jags. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 3.
30 left.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
37. Jaguars 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, it's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Lisa 24.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving away dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Cousins now. He'll get this to Eckler. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Cousins again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Cousins here to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets one go deep for Addison. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Vikings, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.